All right. Hello and welcome to our live. We are live on Facebook and we are live on YouTube. So let's take a breath while people are joining. Great. Thank you. I am Lisa McNett. I'm the founder of One Breath Institute. And yes, doing her lovely little dance and moving her hands is Debbie Sherman, co-founder of One Breath Institute. And we pop in here live every Tuesday for a little short conscious conversation. And today's topic is the power of your words. When I asked Debbie, what is alive for you today? And right now, what do you want to talk about? The power of your words is what came through. So with that in mind, Debbie, let's talk about the power of words.
Yeah, so, what a big one. So the power of words, right? So words in itself, I've embodied another level of just like learning that our words really do hold power and energy. They hold a frequency that can shift, it can meet, it can activate others and their evolution and their own evolution, self-evolving. And so I've been playing around with this unconsciously. And I used the example earlier today with Lisa about when people have been, when it's a learned behavior to say you're sorry, right? At an early age, we're taught to say we're sorry if we hit someone or accidentally bump into someone. And that concept can follow a person into their adulthood. And sometimes that deep ingrained sorry can weaken a person's self-esteem. It can weaken their energy and their frequency. It can dim their light. It can make them small, right? There's so many ways that that word sorry, when used out of context, can retrain and reframe and limit a person. And so this example came very much alive in the grocery store parking lot. I was walking in the grocery store parking lot, and my energy, my body, my presence didn't even meet another person before that person said, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry." And at that time, I was just kind of mad. And with intensity and with force, I asked this person, "What are you sorry for?" And that person received that. They received that energy. They received that question, my words, my intensity, my energy. And it shattered a moment. And they said, "Oh, I don't know. And they walked away. And then later on, I decided, of course, I would be more conscious and more present, and then hold more space for people that, have that reaction. And so it just makes me think of all the time, if we unconsciously say these words like sorry, like how much power that has on an unconscious level, on a frequency, on an energetic place that we hold ourselves. And so coming back to the power of words, if we use our words, same as how we can use our thoughts, right? Thoughts are just a different frequency, a different version of our words. If we can intentionally pick and choose our words to properly articulate how we are in that moment, then it just vibrates outward, and life becomes more authentic in many ways. Life can be met more easily in many ways. And there's maybe even no questions because when we speak, then that is supported with the energy that we have, and it's on the same level. I'm just articulating more thoughts to the best that I can. And I'll let you, Lisa, just kind of come back and reflect a little bit more.
Yeah. So, yeah, we start with the power of words and then kind of went into this very specific, which is, it's true. It's in alignment with that power of words, but it also points to that that overuse of the word sorry, and how that is such an unconsciously embedded, especially, I would say, in women, but not only women, but oftentimes I experience women to over apologize, maybe more so than men. And you were talking about that energy and that frequency, and you use the word, power. And when you said the word power, I thought, well, how much power of our own power are we giving away to others, right? Because that is exactly what we're doing, is we are giving our power away to another person. And that frequency of, oh, sorry, is assuming a responsibility for what? For existing. And I want to come back to something else that you said, because you said when this person in the parking lot, said, oh, sorry, and you met them with some like fierceness of, what are you sorry for? It shook the moment. And then they were like, oh, I don't know. Later you said, maybe next time I should hold more space or be more conscious. And I want to remind you of what you said in the beginning, is that we are activating at times, right? We're activating somebody else. Like, I'm not saying it's a good idea to go around and activating people in a negative way, but you didn't self-censor, you didn't filter, you did respond with an authentic reaction based on how you felt about this person apologizing when they didn't need to. And had you not responded in that way, maybe it wouldn't have shook the moment, right? And maybe they wouldn't have been like, oh, I don't know, and that's probably something that they walked away with thinking about, as opposed to what would a conscious response be like. It might not, sometimes that fierceness that comes, I don't think that was unconscious. You were very conscious of the way that you felt about the unnecessary apology. So, I'll just throw that back at you.
No, absolutely. And it actually felt like a divine intervention. It just felt very like, whew, here we go. It wasn't just for me. It was definitely for the collective energy, and or like our shared encounter. And so, yeah, just coming back to words. I mean, even power, right? Power comes to a belief system. So words project our belief systems into our own reality, and it is something that meets others in theirs. And so what a word meets for me, like power for this time and my reality, may meet you differently, Lisa, in your reality. So we could be talking about power as a concept, or even words as a concept, but have two completely different experiences of that word.
Yeah, especially with the word power. That is one word that I have at times asked people before, what does the word power mean for you? What do you envision when you connect with the word power? And sometimes I get answers like strength, confidence, clarity, and sometimes it's violence, brutality, force, right? So yes, great example. And I feel then, like now, power, there's a book called Power versus Force. Highly recommend this book. Love this book, find myself talking about it a lot. And power, from Power versus Force, the definition or the ways of them of David Hawkins describing power is, Power doesn't have to project force, right? Power doesn't have to project force. Power is like, if there's a concept of gravity, let's just say, since gravity is a concept that's out there, if there's a concept of gravity, and that, let's say gravity is what holds us to the earth, that's very powerful, but we don't see it, we don't feel it, but it's there and it holds power. So power, yeah, in this sense of the word that we're talking about, is this a silent, embodied, contained strength. I don't know if that's really what I wanted to say, but that's what came through right now.
Yes. And what a great example. Thank you for all of what you said. And I was just activated in what you were saying, thinking like, because words mean so differently to myself, yourself, and all of us as a whole. I also know what is also true is sometimes the brain can obsess over words or phrases and be repetitive, and it kind of becomes like a prayer or like a mantra or something along those lines, an affirmation. And so when we intentionally use our words to co-create or to heal, then that can look different, and that can look like reframing. And so I'm just coming back to like, I'm thinking of like life and its sacredness, and that to me is power, right? Power is sacredness. Power is all of that. And so from a place of power and sacredness, the words that I choose, if it meets that, then I'm healing my body. If I'm saying the words hate and I'm saying, even frustrated, even if it's labeling my experience, but I'm maybe using it too much and excessive, or maybe it's becoming a circle, right? I could be, lessening or making being dense. And so coming back to that scientific study with Dr. Motto, Motto, with water and crystals, right? We are made of water. Words change the crystalline snowflake molecule image of water. And you can see in the videos or in the pictures that more positive or superior words like love, peace, thank you, with the energy that it represents, even sorry, right? Because that comes from a place of gratitude and love. So even those words, right, that can change the molecules in the crystalline texture of the water, and thus be able to absorb and digest things more easily. Same with our bodies.
Yes, and that's Masaru Emoto. Yeah,
Emoto.
Masaru Emoto. Yes, you were just missing the E at the beginning, but you got the rest. But if anybody's going to Google it, there is an EMOTU. Yeah, that's something that's really beautiful to watch and to witness. And are those snowflakes, essentially, like the heavy metal music, and they're all, chaos and distorted lines in the snowflakes, but the higher vibration, higher frequency words like love that just make these beautiful snowflakes. And yes, there's studies about, talking to plants well, and how when you speak to plants with kind and loving words, the plants tend to grow. And I mean, it's the same is so obvious with animals, right? When we speak to animals like kindly and softly and gently and with words that are loving, we can see the response that an animal has versus, when we, see an animal treated in a different way. And so, yeah, just applying that to ourselves, right? To our bodies, to the words we use inside and outside. What is possible? What is possible with just the power of the words that we use?
Well, what's possible, and this will be a topic for another time, is, when a person is carrying life and the life is around water and the womb, we can use our words, we can use music, we can use positive thinking or just loving thinking to maybe even drastically change generational trauma.
Yes. Maybe.
I know it's true.
Yes,
there is
I
no
know,
maybe
I know,
about it.
I
It's a
know. I was
definite
just
true.
enjoying this.
Yeah, I was just
So-
like, wow, how intense is that? You know, like how intense is that? But let's take a
Thank
breath.
you, Debbie. Yes, let's take a breath. Okay. So another topic for another day will be intergenerational trauma, words in the womb, sounds, vibrations, and we'll continue the conversation. For now, as always, let us know if you've listened to this. Drop a like or a comment below. We love to hear from you, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.